Margaret, a high-powered Manhattan district attorney, finds herself in a crisis when a one-night fling at a hotel takes a deadly turn. After meeting a young man at the bar and taking him to her room, things go wrong when he jumps on the bed and crashes through a glass cart, killing himself instantly. Panicked and desperate to avoid a scandal that could ruin her career, Margaret calls a special number for emergencies. A professional fixer arrives to deal with the body and cover up the mess. Just as the fixer starts handling the situation, they are interrupted by a second fixer sent by Pam, the hotel owner who monitors everything with hidden cameras. Pam wants to protect the hotel's reputation, and she orders the two fixers to work together, despite their reluctance and mutual distrust. Margaret's fixer is reminded that he's now on surveillance footage, and his honor is at stake. Both men agree to cooperate, providing Margaret with a clean alibi before sending her home. As they begin to move the body, they discover a stash of drugs in the young man's bag. Pam, keen to avoid further complications, orders them to return the drugs to their rightful owners. Just as they're about to load the body into a car, the young man stirs. He's not dead, but overdosing on the drugs. The fixers knock him out, place him in the trunk, and realize the drugs likely belong to the Albanian mafia. Knowing they need to handle the situation carefully, they take the barely alive young man to June, an underground doctor with ties to both of them. Before they can stabilize him, the young man escapes in just his underwear, forcing the fixers into a chaotic chase across the city. They eventually catch him and sober him up enough to talk. The young man admits that he got involved in drug delivery as a favor to his friend Diego, but ended up in Margaret's room after trying the drugs himself. The fixers learn that Diego's pager will soon receive the location of the drug drop-off. At the nightclub where the pager is stored, things escalate when the fixers are spotted by Dimitri, a dangerous mobster. They manage to convince him they aren't working together, escaping by the skin of their teeth. However, Dimitri's men quickly start tracking them. At a diner, the fixers piece together that the drugs likely belong to Lagrange, a notorious drug kingpin who has stolen the stash from the Albanians. The young man, unknowingly caught in the middle of a brutal drug war, is now a loose end. The fixers initially plan to let the young man make the drug drop, knowing he'll probably be killed, but they realize they can't leave any evidence behind. When they reach Lagrange's warehouse, a bloody shootout between Lagrange's men and the Albanians is already in full swing. The fixers fight off Dimitri's bodyguards, only to find the young man alive, hiding in the trunk of a car. Instead of killing him to erase their involvement, they have a change of heart and decide to let him go. They escort him home, threatening his father to stay silent about everything. While eating breakfast at a diner in Brighton Beach, the two fixers sit in silence, sensing a quiet bond between them. They wear similar clothes, carry guns, and share the same signs of wear. Aching backs and reading glasses left on the table. Neither says it, but they know they have a lot in common. Margaret's fixer eventually asks how Pam convinced the other man to join him. The reply is simple. You take a job, you give your word, and that word is the measure of a man. It's an old-school belief they both respect. As they talk, they realize they've been working for the same employer all along. Slowly, they piece together the events of the night and see the truth. They were set up to be eliminated. They spot hitmen waiting outside, ready to kill them. With no time to lose, they agree to exchange names if they survive. Then, without hesitation, they draw their guns and open fire.